I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Cause I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. Talking about the man gotta make more, he gotta step up, more, it's not right, it's not fair, oh my God, you're poor, you're a bum, crusty, oh my God, crusty, ashy. I'm not gonna settle, no settling, I'm not gonna settle, no settling, not gonna settle, no settling, not gonna settle, no settling, not gonna settle, hey, not gonna settle, got a new song, y'all, anyway, got it, settling, not gonna settle, no settling, not gonna settle, no settling, not gonna settle, hey, not gonna settle, oh my God.
y'all put on y'all breasts, booty, thighs, lips. That's the word on the hook.
Breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook, y'all, in case you didn't know. Breast, booty. Breast, booty, thighs, breast, booty, thighs, breast, booty, thighs, breast, booty, thighs.
For every man, there's a woman.
And for every dummy, there's a dummy. Dummy.
Coming up all soon, we gonna hook you up. We gonna make sure you get that backstreet money. Yeah. You got a couple of kids, you don't have no job. Yeah. Don't worry about that little girl, that's my job. Yeah. Coming by your Texas.
I'm gonna let you know right now, your mama's a hoe. It doesn't matter that that's your mama and what your certain feelings about her. Your mama is a hoe. She's a hoe.
I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats.
I beg your pardon?
I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
I heard you bitches was looking for me.
Because I've lost all respect for that bitch. B-I-C-T-H. And I'm standing on it.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
Just to let you niggas know, we don't need y'all. We want y'all, but we don't need you.
20 years later.
Our black men, we want all y'all back. Because we love you, we see you, kings, and most importantly, we need you. And most importantly, we need you.
And most importantly, we need you. I have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelmed? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed? I would have been. Have you ever been swallowed up? 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 Have you ever been swallowed?
for the hoes. We playing nigga. Oh, yeah.
See my man.
My booty pink, my booty whole brown. What a nigga, I'm looking for the hoes. We playing nigga, come suck a bitch.
No. 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 Oh no. No. No.
Oh my God. Wow.
What is that?
Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. What? Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Yeah, Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Yeah, Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Get it. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa.
We like free stuff. So we came out here to get all this free stuff. But then the car saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs. Millions and millions of dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. And it's a shame. Eating the cat, eating the cat. Eating the cat, 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 eating the cat. They're eating the dog, eating the dog. They're eating the dog, dog, dog. They're eating the dog, eating the dog. They're eating the dog, dog. Millions and millions of dogs eating the dog. They're eating the dog, dog, dog. They're eating the dog, eating the dog. They're eating the dog, dog, dog. And it's a shame. Eating the cat, 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 eating the cat.
Slaves built the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you.
And we're done. We're done. We're finished.
Hell no! Hell no! Hell no!
And we're done. We're done. We're finished.
Oh shit! Good morning, y'all. Lord, help your people, child. Good morning, first man gaming. I'm sorry, child. I watch it along with y'all because I'm doing it, and it's fucking hilarious. Especially the lady now that says, "Hell no, hell no, yo." Oh my God. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, besties. Happy Saturday morning, child. Thank you all for being here. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Listen, I wasn't supposed to be here. I wasn't supposed to be here all day today, honestly, but plans have changed. So I'm here. We together. I got a few hours. Let's see what's up. Shout out to I think it's Nicole and Mona who are dropping our besties channels. Please make sure you go ahead and sub to them. We want to make sure our besties get to their minimum for monetization. So subscribe, watch a video. They need watch hours. They need subscriptions. So make sure you all please support our besties. And hopefully it's something that you like and you stay and then you get engaged with whatever. Mona, I was watching a video of yours actually this morning. Just hilarious stuff. So good job on that video. I liked it. Thank you so much. I got some things that I saw you do that I'm gonna have to do. Okay. Cause we all can improve. At the end of the day, we all can do things better. So, we gotta, talk about, Dr. Umar calling out the pros. I haven't listened to it at all, so we'll see what it is. Then I had some other foolishness for y'all that I've been trying to get through for the last week. Sidestepped. We ain't even gonna get to it today because I told you I get up, I start scrolling, and it's like, oh, the Lord must want me to talk about that, right? Just like they'd be like, oh, the Lord told me, all late and wrong. Praise the Lord. Take me to the King. Truth is, I'm tired. I can hear myself over here, but let me know that y'all can hear me. Am I too loud or whatever? I move the microphone a little bit closer because it feels like it's hollow. I don't know what to do, y'all. I don't know shit. I need a professional to come into the house and be like, this is what you need to do, biatch. And then hopefully it can sound more like a, what is it called? Like a podcast studio or something like that. So it sounds okay. You know what I mean? One step at a time. I saw Nicole, I think, said she got an appointment for her taxes today. Child, I still ain't found nobody. I got to find somebody to do the taxes. It's going to be late. I already know it's going to be late. F it. What can you do? Maybe I can go find, come to Boss Up Taxes. Please don't go to Boss Up Taxes, y'all. I don't know where that's at, but just please don't go to Boss Up Taxes. Just trust me. That ain't it. I will go to H&R Block before I go to Boss Up Taxes. That's just my 2 cents, child. It's just my 2 cents. Anyway, let's get into it because I ain't got all day, but I appreciate y'all for being here. Let me acknowledge our girl with the first super chat. As always, shout out to Amanize on last night, child. I could only stay for a few minutes, child. You know I'm supposed to be getting 8 hours of sleep. Do you think that I got 8 hours of sleep last night? Do y'all think that I got 8 hours of sleep last night? No. I'm glad that I'm not like connected to a sleep study. Because you know how you gotta, excuse me, if you don't know, if you potentially may have sleep apnea or something, because I snore, I'm gonna be honest with you, I snore. And it's pretty bad, but F it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. So I had to go take a sleep study because my best friend was like, I think you have sleep apnea. You got sleep apnea. I'd be like, bitch, leave me alone. So I went and got the sleep study done. And so you got to go to sleep and they hook up all this shit to you. Then you wake up and then they be like, girl, you ain't got no sleep apnea, but your ass needs to go to a, what is it called? Otolaryngologist. It's an otolaryngologist, I believe, for your throat, nose, and whatever, which I need to go to anyway because my allergies start acting up. I'm broke down, y'all. Oh, but I feel better. Okay, shout out to those that know. I feel okay. Like I didn't go to class There's a class this morning. But I was like, and I was going to go, and I was like, nah, let me take a break. Let me just take a break. So my back is okay. My ass is okay. It feels okay. I still took some muscle relaxing this morning and put some BioFreeze on. So fingers crossed, I'll be ready by tomorrow to get back to it, child. Because I got to keep going. All right. Don't get older and then think that you don't have to exercise your whole damn body, because you actually do. Okay. Amanize, thank you so much. She said, hey y'all, happy Saturday. Yeah, shout out to Saturday, y'all. Alexander X, I see you, boo. He said, I'm riding on 2.5 hours, 3 hours of sleep a night. I'm good. Listen, I'm older than you, Alex, okay? Don't forget that. You got to factor that into the equation, okay? And my doctor is like, you really need to get more sleep. I'm like, I don't think I ever slept 8 hours of my life since I was a baby. But if I get 5, I told her I can do 5. She said, try to bump it up to 7. I'm like, that's a big bump, biatch. If I could take a nap, then I could do it. I'm gonna see when I go back to work this week. I'm still feeling some kind of way about that. See if they can give me a nap break. They're gonna be like, bitch, take your vacation time. Anyway, y'all, let's get into this because we ain't got all day. Where am I at? What we doing? All right, so I know y'all have been saying it in the chat, but we need to make sure that we acknowledge the fact that George Foreman has passed away. Rest in peace to George Foreman. This looks like, I think he was from Houston, because this is a Houston news broadcast about George Foreman has died at 76.
And we have breaking news tonight. Boxing legend George Foreman has died. His family sharing the news on Instagram late tonight, saying Foreman was surrounded by family today as he passed away peacefully.
They say their hearts are broken, remembering him as a humanitarian, Olympian, and 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. Foreman, of course, was a proud Houstonian who was often seen at events around town.
We do have team coverage tonight, starting with Jason Bristol, who was just at an event with Foreman a few months ago. Jason.
And that may have been George Foreman's last public appearance. It was a celebration, a recognition rather, of the 50th anniversary of the Rumble in the Jungle, that iconic fight between George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. Now, let's go back to that video from December of last year. George was looking quite frail, actually. Nothing like the 6'3", 220-pound machine during his prime. His family, I remember, trying to make him as comfortable as possible while also maintaining some privacy. Now, here's an official statement from the Harris County Houston Sports Authority, the keepers of the Houston Sports Hall of Fame. George Foreman's passing is a heartbreaking loss for boxing, for Houston, and for all who admired him. A Houston Sports Hall of Famer, an icon of the sport, his impact will be felt forever. A man whose legacy extends far beyond the ring. We are proud that he called Houston home. Our deepest sympathies go out to his family and friends. George Foreman was a punishing fighter, had one of the highest knockout rates in the sport's history. He was 40-0 with 24 straight knockouts, world heavyweight champion in the early 70s before losing that Rumble to Muhammad Ali. Retired, then came back, won another title at the age of 45, the oldest heavyweight champion of the world. George Foreman was an icon of this sport. Back live now here in Wichita, where we are covering the Cougs and the NCAA tournament. George Foreman was best known as Big George. Big George had a big heart, a big smile, and an enormous love for his family. That's the story here in Wichita. Jason Bristol, KHOU 11 News.
Rest in peace to George Foreman. Respect. Now, I'm not a boxing person, okay, but I do know who George Foreman is. Back in the 80s, him and, who do I know? Don King, child, and then Mike Tyson King, child. I don't know nothing about no boxing, but I know that he was something in boxing, and I know there's a lot of men here, so, you know, we got to pay some respects to all of the people, because as we get older, the people that we know and are used to are going to be dying off. Obviously, the man looked like he may have been sick. Maybe not. Maybe he's just an elder. You know what I mean? And 76 is not bad. So rest in peace to George Foreman. Show George Foreman some respect. I saw somebody say that they had a George Foreman grill. You know, all he did was attach his name to it. That I do know. He didn't have nothing to do with no grills, like creating it or anything like that. But back in the day, we had a couple of George Foreman grills, and they worked out. They worked out well. So shout out to George Foreman, rest in peace. I think he named all his sons George, if I'm not mistaken, which was crazy, but to each his damn own, right? Shout out to Trinidad. Thank you, honey. He said, good morning to my personal terrorist chat, generals, savages, power, peace, power, and prosperity. Happy same Saturday. He missed the MSDs. Good morning to the MSDs. Shout out to my girls. Don't forget it is Women's Empowerment Month as well. Don't be slighting my girls, Trinidad, but thank you. I appreciate your support. Mona D said, yes, he did name all his sons George. So were the girls' names Georgette? Is it Georgette? That would be interesting if all the girls' names were Georgette. But anyway, again, rest in peace and respect to George Foreman. I got another update for you because there's a one of my trolls, Alfred something or other, that just always has something. Oh, my bad. Don't be wait. Don't be calling us savages. Okay, I apologize. My bad. I'm looking for MSD. My bad. Thank you. I appreciate you. Always, every time I put something up, because he must be a pro-blackity, black, and then he gets in his feelings and was like, this is not a good news source. Oh, it's always, I don't have good news sources or something like that, right? This is not true. You don't like your own people. Ciao. Let me figure out what I'm going to be for April. April's the next month. March. April, yeah. I got to change my race because, child, y'all getting on my nerves. So here we have from Straight Arrow News. Husband of former Rep. Cori Bush indicted for COVID-19 relief fraud. Oh, I said it. But do y'all think that good old Cori knew about what it was? Because I'm just thinking it's just me, okay? If all of a sudden an influx of like $100,000, $50,000 came into my home, I probably would notice that and be like, child, where'd that money come from? But I don't know because I don't know this woman. But it'll be like, I didn't know. Oh my God. And I think you can't testify against your wife or something anyway. But we'll see. So let's hear what the update is about Cori Bush's husband. I'm assuming she's not a rep anymore. I didn't know that.
Husband of former Congresswoman and squad member Cori Bush has been charged with wire fraud related to small business loans he received during the pandemic. Federal prosecutors say Courtney Merritt filed fraudulent applications for COVID relief, securing tens of thousands of dollars in government aid. This is a copy of the indictment filed in D.C. federal court. According to the DOJ, Bush's husband filed 2 Paycheck Protection Program loan applications in 2020 and 2021 for COVID emergency funds that were being offered to struggling small businesses. Here's some of the allegations made inside the indictment. Prosecutors say Merritt owned a moving business called Vetted Couriers and applied for an economic injury disaster loan with the SBA, using false representations with the intent to defraud. He received $8,500 for that loan on July 7th, 2020. The day after receiving the loan, another loan application was submitted, but under a different business name, Courtney Merritt, named after himself. Prosecutors say that loan was rejected because it was nearly identical to his previous application, according to the indictment. Prosecutors say after the second loan was rejected, Merritt filed for a PPP loan in 2021 for the Courtney Merritt business and claimed it generated $128,000 in gross income and employed 10 people, something the DOJ says was falsified. Prosecutors say Merritt misrepresented the number of employees and forged supporting documents in order to receive a higher loan amount. This led to a payout of nearly $21,000, which was forgiven by the government when Merritt claimed he spent the money on payroll costs. Under purpose of the scheme to defraud in the indictment, prosecutors say Merritt would attempt to file and cause the filing of materially false applications and requests for an EIDL and PPP funds, which he was not entitled to receive, and to spend the fraudulently obtained money totaling over $20,832 for his own benefit and enjoyment.
You ruining your life, your career, your legacy, and ruining your family name for $20,000, child. For $20,000 when your wife at the time was in Congress? We weren't together. You don't know.
totaling over $20,832 for his own benefit and enjoyment. Lawyers for Merritt denied the allegations, releasing a statement saying Mr. Merritt intends to plead not guilty to the charges. As with any indictment, this is only the government's version of the story. We look forward to litigating this case in federal court in Washington, D.C. Merritt's wife, former Missouri Congresswoman Cori Bush, served 2 terms representing St. Louis before losing her seat in the 2024 Democratic primary. She is not named in the indictment and has not been accused of any wrongdoing. However, Bush previously faced controversy for paying her husband thousands of dollars from her campaign funds to work as her security guard.
We talked about that briefly. It's not funny. Yo, you just can't give ninjas anything. Sorry, I said it, I meant it, okay? I said that. What the fuck? They's keeping it in the family. That's why it's like, she didn't know about what he was doing. Y'all don't know. She was oblivious. She was just a lonely wife. She was working while he was doing all this, y'all. Okay? I can hear it now. Ciao. But white people do it too.
She paid Merritt $60,000 in 2022.
Lord, let me go ahead and get this screenshot. Pause. I know. Ghetto. Hold on. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.
And $42,500 in 2023, according to FEC filings. The Office of Congressional Ethics dismissed a complaint alleging it was a federal election law violation.
Yo, they be doing this stuff on purpose.
Last year, it was first reported by the Washington Post the DOJ was investigating Bush over the campaign funds spent on private security. The scope of that investigation is not publicly known and has not resulted in any charges. Thanks for watching our news update.
Not a problem. I thought they were going to say because they were looking at her for her scheme that they found his. This is too much. Good luck to those people, but not really. Rich people doing rich people things. We have an update on the passer. Remember passer Ricky Floyd, wherever the hell this is, Memphis, I believe. Shout out to Memphis at Mama's Bar and Grill, child. Video has been released that shows the moments before Pastor Ricky Floyd was SHOT'd, and the suspect's attorney says they had argued over religion. It's religion, child. I can't see the whole thing. Forgive me, y'all.
First at 5 on your news leader, the shooting death of a beloved pastor and prominent leader in Memphis left plenty of people stunned, many asking, why would anyone kill Pastor Ricky Floyd?
Wow.
Well, tonight, only on News Channel 3, video showing a portion of what happened the night Pastor Floyd was shot to death. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. WREG has viewed the video provided to us by the attorneys of the woman charged with shooting Floyd. We have carefully considered the weight of what's shown and the sensitivity to all involved in this tragedy. But we also believe it's an important part of the story and one you deserve to see. Okay. Here's WREG investigator April Thompson.
Shout out to Stephanie Skurlock doing the damn thing down there. She be working. She be working.
Plenty of speculation surrounding the shooting of Pastor Ricky Floyd outside Mama's Bar and Kitchen March 12th. Phone video captured what appears to be some of the final moments of Pastor Floyd's life. It shows the Tahoe truck he is in putting on brakes, Pastor Floyd getting out, walking toward the person shooting the video as they yell to back up.
I'm backing back 3 times now. When I do that, you know, back the up.
Back up. Then the video drops out. WREG sat down with the...
Oh my God. Yo, first of all, he looked like Tommy Sotomayor. No shade, Tommy, no shade. I'm just saying. This is a passer, y'all. My excuse me, my passer would never. Sorry, my passer would never. Don't say you don't know. I know. Wow. And neither would Bishop Wooden. Shout out to Bishop Wooden.
Video captured what appears to be some of the final moments of Pastor Floyd's life. It shows the Tahoe truck he is in putting on brakes, Pastor Floyd getting out, walking toward the person shooting the video as they yell to back up.
I'm backing back 3 times now. When I do that, you know.
This is not pass-alike. This is not pass-alike, in my opinion, okay? I don't know what's going on with a lot of these passes lately, but they looking crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. They looking crazy.
Shooting of Pastor Ricky Floyd outside Mama's Bar and Kitchen March 12th. phone video captured what appears to be some of the final moments of Pastor Floyd's life. It shows the Tahoe truck he is in putting on brakes, Pastor Floyd getting out, walking toward the person shooting the video as they yell to back up.
I'm backing back 3 times. Now, when I do that, you know, back the up. Back up.
Then the video drops out. WREG sat down with the attorneys for Samantha Marion, charged with shooting Pastor Floyd to death. They say the video speaks for itself.
The video does not capture the gunfire that would have taken place probably maybe 3 or 4 seconds later, but it clearly shows him approaching her aggressively after being told several times to stop and that he should not be, walking up on her like that.
Keith Perry says his client, Samantha Marion, was behind the camera shooting the video, and it came after Marion and a man she had met that night got into a heated religion discussion with Pastor Floyd inside the bar.
Excuse me, that sounds like a title. I need to write that down. A heated religious discussion in the bar. Whatever. Everybody, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I think you're right, Trinidad, because child, this look crazy. My thought was that they had a relationship, and I was wrong. My bad. I already said that I was wrong about that. But imagine being in mama's bar and kitchen, arguing over religion, and then there's a video of you jumping out aggressive. I don't know if the word is aggressively, but going towards a woman. You should have just kept going. Is it really all that? People need to get control of their emotions, child. Like seriously, we going down. Not we, y'all, not y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are going down over stuff that don't matter at the end of the day. Imagine being taken on up out of here because you disagree with what someone believed in their religious life. Imagine going down. You're on up out of here because you couldn't keep going. Child, whatever. What the hell do I know?
Perry says when everyone was leaving, Pastor Floyd walked toward Marion, and the man got between them.
He stands in front of Reverend Floyd. He's knocked to the ground by Reverend Floyd, and when he does, the back of his head hits the pavement, and he becomes a little stunned or dazed. Reverend Floyd then takes the telephone of Miss Marion, and he throws it to the ground, and he hurled a couple of insults or what have you, and then starts to walk off.
That's when he says Samantha Marion picks up her phone and starts videoing the license plate of the truck, since she had never met Floyd before. That's where the video picks up.
Whatever triggered him, he was upset with Mrs. Marion. He fought through 2 individuals to get to her.
The pastor was upset enough, excuse me, y'all, with that lady, the pastor. The pastor. If you didn't slap his daughter or wife, then I'm not sure why you're so upset. I'm pretty sure the Lord didn't tell you to go do this, allegedly.
And watching him storm from the vehicle and approach her, it was clear that his intentions was definitely not to give her a hug and say, hey, let's work this out.
True that.
But he had aggression in his heart and in his mind.
WREG acknowledges that this is only one piece of video from that night, and it does not include what police have described as Pastor Floyd holding his hands up and walking backwards away from Marion before falling to the ground. Out of respect for Pastor.
Yes, that's what they put out initially, if y'all remember, that he got out, she showed the weapon, and then he backed up, and then she allegedly still took him out. Allegedly. Who knows? Just from what we got right here, right now, with what we got right here, child. We'll see what the rest of the people say later, child. That's enough of that. Rest in peace to the pastor. Good luck to that lady. I'll keep you updated. Lord, help your people. Let's see. Let me give y'all an update on food, or not food stamps. This is about payday loans, because as we listen to Orlando Minor, because a lot of these people want to get their information from bitches on TikTok. Good luck to those people. I'd rather listen to Orlando and actual people who know about money and finance, right? And one of the things that Orlando had said, and someone else said, is that there is a rise in taking out payday loans, which is one of the worst things that anyone could ever do in their life. Michael said, what the pastor doing out at that time anyway? Listen, he can be out, okay? Well, he can't be out now, but he can be out. He's still a man at the end of the day, right? Maybe he was just letting off some steam. Let me stay out of there. Anyway, back to the Tennessee bill that raises interest rates for payday and title loans. Payday loans are already high interest. What the hell could it be risen to? 5,000%? Lord, Lord, Lord.
In today's Money Matters, it could soon cost you more. In today's Money Matters, it could soon cost you more to take payday or title loans in Tennessee. This week, the State House and Senate passed a bill that will allow lending companies to charge higher fees and more interest. WREG's Raven Copeland spoke with a Shelby County lawmaker, though, who says this will do more harm than good.
People often take out payday or title loans for emergencies or mandatory expenses. But a new bill heading to Governor Bill Lee's desk may have you reconsidering. Starting July 1st, payday and title loan companies can charge 12.5% acquisition fees. They can also increase the cap on interest rates to 36%. Initially, the acquisition fees.
Goodbye. Goodbye. 36%. Child, these people that's taking these things don't know nothing about money anyway, so they just want the money. They ain't thinking about none of that.
Were limited to 10%, while the interest rates were 30%. Representative Antonio Parkinson says the bill will significantly impact low-income communities.
And a lot of times, individuals that are using these loans like this, they're in what I would call survival mode, right? And so you don't want to make it harder for an individual to have to survive when they're already struggling.
Okay. Let me just, before this continues on, I haven't seen it. This is the first time I'm seeing it with y'all, right? So this shit ain't cheap to begin with. And what he's saying right here, I'm gonna bring that back, Rep. Antonio Parkinson. Antonio, what are you doing to help the community with this? So this will probably allegedly be in urban areas, i.e. colors. And it'll be racist. Allegedly, I'm thinking in advance, it might be racist. And it's going to affect Black and brown people more so. So it's not right. It's not fair. So my thought process is, Antonio and Rolly Roll and all the rest of them, why are you not coming into these areas and teaching these people about money and finance and not to take these loans and how they can handle their money and how they can make more money? Why are they not doing that? Why they not doing that? I've said it before, but that's just crazy talk, right? Child, I could be wrong. Hold on. What predation? What's predation at its peak? What's predation? Are you trying to say that they're predators on the community? Because where you only see, listen, no shade. There are none of these where I live at. There are no payday loans where I live at. Because honestly, I know what you're trying to say, but where would it be needed? It wouldn't be needed here. It's a need for this, obviously, right? But we know what it is. Right? But that's also the part of how come these pastors, like Pastor Jamal Bryant, ain't out here teaching them, you don't need this. It's not what you want to do. No, he's going to tell them to sell their stock in Target, which I happily bought. And then so they can have less wealth, if they even had it to begin with, and tell them to not go to Target, which is not a problem. Don't go to none of these places. Save your money and put it here. How come he's not going that far? How come Rolly Roll, while he over here saying everything is racist, talking about the housing market, right? And that there is not enough houses. Where was he at beforehand when the interest rates was 2 and 3%? To tell all these people, buy a house, and this is where you get the money from, and we help you with this, and this one helps you with that. Where was all that at? Where's all that at? It's only after it affects y'all. And I'm not coming for you, Jay. I'm not coming for you at all. But it's like after something happens, then they come. This is what I want coloreds to understand. Shout out to everybody that is here. I'm Black, okay? I'm colored, all right? This is what I want people to understand, but they're not trying to hear that. You should work on being proactive. They're not being proactive for you. These people don't give a fuck. That's why I want to see what Dr. Umar has to say and see if we agree on that. Because even though I don't particularly care for Dr. Umar most of the time, he ain't wrong 1,000% of the time. Not at all. Shout out to Chocolate Bunny in the building. I appreciate you, hon. Always, always, always good to see you. Shout out to Julius Dacesa back up in here. Always good to see you, boo. He said, why is everybody up so Why is everybody up so early on a Saturday to fuck? Well, hopefully you'll be here tomorrow when I'll be here at 10 after church, okay? Good morning, boo, and shout out to everyone that is here. Come on, Antonio, Rep Antonio.
Fees were limited to 10%, while the interest rates were 30%. Representative Antonio...
So previously it was 10% on the fees, they raised it 2%, 30% on the interest rate that you charge, they're raising it up to 36%. If you're not going to teach these people, or they're not going to go and learn about money, finance, and stuff like that, then all this, I understand by saying that is predatory. I understand what you're saying. What I will, just my defend, my, what I say to that, I'm sorry, I can't think of the words right now, is that for all the people, all these pros that think that they care about Black people, and Black Lives Matter, mind you, Black Lives Matter, right? Where are they to combat this? Because this is what's going to help Black people more so than coming out here when an oppressor takes out a Black person.
Parkinson says the bill will significantly impact low-income communities.
And a lot of times, individuals that are using these loans like this, they're in what I would call survival mode, right? And so you don't want to make it harder for an individual to have to survive when they're already struggling.
Memphis is considered the payday lending capital of the world because it has more than 100 stores located in the city. Most of those businesses are in predominantly Black and Hispanic communities, some of which are low income.
Child, shout out to me.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
And we're done. We're done. We're finished.
Hell no! I love it. I love it. Good morning, George. I appreciate you, hun. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Aya. Thank you. This morning, yes, we are up early because then you got the rest of the day. I got to get to Dollar General, child. I got to get to Dollar General. Anyway, but I knew this was coming. Why would they put it anywhere else? There's no point in them putting it where I live. There's no point in them putting this here. But if we needed it where I live at, oh shit. Just say that someone where I live at needs a payday loan, we know where to go to get it. I'm just saying, we know, but there would be no point in putting it here because no one, for the most part, would need to go there. So it would be a waste. So they're going to put it where the need is, right? Okay. So then that's why it's there. Predominantly Black and brown. Where are your pro-Blacks to come and help you? Because honestly, at the end of the day, until you teach people about money, you're never going to have generational wealth. But what the hell do I know? I don't know shit. Come on, child. Let me rewind a little bit.
Lending capital of the world because it has more than 100 stores located in the city. Most of those businesses are in predominantly Black and Hispanic communities, some of which are low income.
You don't see these in Collierville for the most part. You don't see them in Germantown for the most part, but you do see them in cities and places where, there's, higher, rates of poverty or where there are, people of color.
Data shows Memphis has a poverty rate of 22.6%. African Americans and the Hispanic Latino communities are exceeding that percentage. Despite the bill's opposition, some Republican state lawmakers say this change will be beneficial for borrowers and lending companies in Tennessee.
What we're doing here is we're allowing people to start establishing a credit. Sure.
Racist.
It does cost more than typical lenders, but at the same time, the rate of loss that these lenders experience due to people not being as creditworthy, they have to offset those losses somewhere.
This bill now heads to Governor Lee's desk. Even if he doesn't sign it, it will still become law in July. Reporting for your news leader, Raven.
Good luck, Tennessee. I know I'm the problem and it's my fault. I know it's me. I'm the problem and it's my fault. Y'all don't even listen to me. How the fuck is it my fault? Not y'all. You know what I'm saying. Because there's going to be some troll coming through, probably Alfred Platinum, whatever the fuck his name is, talking about, look at what you say about your people. Child, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? If I'm talking about it, what the fuck more am I supposed to do? All these pro-blacks that everybody want to listen to, not all of them, but you know the regular smegulars, that's telling you to fucking do shit that don't fucking matter while you still out here struggling. They don't give a fuck about you. Anyway, child, I'm not getting all riled up this morning. Shout out to Trent. Thank you, hon. He said, if I'm not mistaken, federal government employees can't even apply for those loans. It's a government law and it's old, like 15 years old. We got any government employees? I don't not believe you. I don't know about that. But any government employees? But like, the odds are the damn government employees probably for the most part don't need it either. I'm thinking. I could be wrong. I'm thinking they probably don't need it for the most part. But even like they just said, it's in the lower income communities. Where else would it be? Okay, don't have them there, right? Just say that they pull them out and they don't have them there. So if they need money, what they gonna do? Allegedly, what they gonna do? Rob? Allegedly. Go take it from someplace else. If there's a need for something, then you know it makes sense to have it in a place where it would be needed. So to combat that, I know it's going to be racist because it's the white man that over there talking about it. Just go and where are your people to come help you? That's all I'm asking. Where they at? That's all I'm asking. Shout out to the legend in the building. I see you. Good morning to you. I see you. I appreciate you. We got a whole white man up in here. Where's from the black couch, actually, now that I'm thinking about white people. Anyway, he late. If he comes in, toss tomatoes at him, okay? So let me do one more thing and then I'm get to this story and then Dr. Umar will probably be done, honestly, because this other story I found this morning is gonna be long. So shout out to the OF people. The OF model charged with red rum after client dies during a fetish video shoot. Chris says, shout out to the white people. Exactly. Shout out to the white people. You know me, white supremacist. You think she gonna get off? Now, this is a question on whether she gonna get off or not, because it was what they ordered. So if that's what you ordered, you got what you ordered, right? So this is what OF people do. So they don't just sit up here, Trinidad, you know, since you are experienced with OnlyFans, if I recall. So they don't just like show themselves in their videos with whoever. Well, maybe that's a part of the shoot of the videos. I'm confused. So they sit up here and you can rent them out too. Is that what's going? So prostitution is like just freely out here and legal. Whatever. This is a business, y'all. Anybody in the besties, anybody that's in the OF business, I would love to talk to you. It's all good. No judgment on this. I mean, I will afterwards, but no judgment at all. But if you are into OF, if that's what you do, holla at me, okay? Because I would love to talk to you. We could do a behind the screen thing. That would be awesome sauce to interview somebody from OnlyFans. Child, come holla at me. Holla at me, okay? Woo! There's nothing but this caption from Jasmine Brand. Shout out to Jasmine Brand. It says, Michaela Reilersdam, an OF model. Child, please stop calling these people models. Tyra Banks is a model. Giselle Bundchen is a model. These are whores. Call them what they are. Stop this. I mean, still come talk to me. I'll put you behind the screen. But come on, whores. You tell me something different with the conversation. Come let me interview you and change my mind. Isn't that a thing? Who does that? Change my mind? Charlie Kirk and all of those people. Change my mind. Whore. Has been charged with red rum after a man died during a BDSM fetish video shoot in April 2020. 2020, child. We 2 years later. Michael Dale, who paid let that woman go. Free this woman right now. He paid $11,000 for the session, was found unresponsive with a plastic bag, saran wrap, and tape around his goodbye. You think she leaving generational wealth to her kids if she does or did have any? Woo, Lord help your people. I mean, this is a thing, mind you, allegedly. I heard about it, okay? This is a thing. Not with her, just talking about the fetish or whatever. Child, you can't make this shit up. Despite Ralard's damn performing CPR. Now, who want her to perform CPR for them? Child. Dale was declared brain dead and later died from asphyxiation. A police affidavit reveals no evidence that Dale requested the bag over his head. Oh, no. He didn't request the bag over his head, but the saran wrap and the duct tape. What the fuck? All you could do is die. A plastic bag, y'all. Okay, listen to this. A plastic bag. Saran wrap. Duct tape. That is you doing something to send it in the mail. Good morning, Hiram. He said took him to the king. Child. Woo! Lord, Lord, Lord. Truth is, I'm tired. I still ain't got no empathy and sympathy. She getting off too and going home. A plastic bag, saran wrap, and duct tape. There's nothing else to do but die. Lord help your people. It's not funny. A police affidavit reveals no evidence that Dale requested the bag over his head. The video on her phone allegedly showed Rylersdam filming content as Dale suffocated. Arrested in February, Rylersdam remains jailed without bail. Girl, where the $11,000 at? Get yourself on out of here. Everybody rich on OF. Why you still in jail? Awaiting court in April. So the evidence is on the phone. So what was she supposed to do? That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. She gave him what he wanted. He got what he paid for. He got what he paid for. Child. I'm not gonna bring that comment up, but I see you, Julius. Let me see what these comments says. Did he sign a consent form? Did he sign a consent form? He gave her $11,000. What are we talking about? There had to be probably text messages or something to talk about what the hell it is that he was looking for. Free this woman. Free this woman. She's not a model. She a whore. But free this woman. This should not be red rum. It should be manslaughter. It should be free this woman. She should have made him sign a liability from the same way you do when practicing any other extreme sport. X work is real work, and OF people need to acknowledge they are not, in fact, actual X workers, but models. It takes skills. Goodbye, ma'am. But she was just playing your honor. She was giving you what you asked for, what you paid $11,000 for. This sounds like that Pose episode when he asked to be locked up, chained up, and left, and she came back and he was deceased. I don't remember that episode. Involuntary manslaughter, she won't do any time with the right lawyer. The after effects of OF will be studied. Child, society is done. Oh no, that's terrible, girl. You better get a good lawyer and explain. She can't afford a good lawyer. She's still in jail. She clearly cannot afford a lawyer or she wouldn't still be in jail. So shout out to the OF life in Whoredom All 2025. Moving on. So this is what I found this morning. So we got to talk about it. Shout out to MTR that did this coverage of Joe Budden's podcast. And they were discussing along with Miss Melissa Ford about what Anthony Mackie said about you toxic male gentlemen. Okay. Crusty, dusty idiots. Right. Let me get it straight. You idiots. And how masculinity is being eradicated, basically. And I completely agree with him, but you know, women's will disagree. You just black male identified. All male identified. Get it straight, bitches. Okay? They ain't gotta be black. Shout out to everyone that is here, okay? So we're gonna listen to it. I listened to about 2-3 minutes of it, and it seems like it's very good. So shout out to MTR. It says Joe Budden goes off on Melissa Ford after disrespecting men.
Conversation with Melissa Ford on their podcast in this idea of man versus bear, supplanted by Anthony Mackie's conversation in regards to men now lacking masculinity in modern times today.
In the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male.
Come on.
They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men.
Good.
And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open the door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, motherfucker climb through the window, that money means nothing.
Yeah.
You can have all the celebrity in the world, motherfucker jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little guard in there.
Let's get active on this.
Your daughter.
Oh, okay. So we've listened to Mackie before and everything that he said, and I agree. Imagine someone being upset that a man is raising his sons, right? Whoever, his kids. The man is out here talking about basically teaching his kids respect. Who could be upset about that, right? Teaching his kids, his sons, how to be men, how to grow up and show respect and be respectful. How could you be mad at that? How? That's all I heard. Because he don't want his kids to show up on one of our shows where their hair is all over the place and it's a line of 4 to 6 of them, and they just red rum somebody because they just didn't have anything to do that day. That's what we really want to have over here. And again, with those gremlins that we be seeing, those same people that I was talking about that ain't helping the people with the payday loans ain't out here helping none of them either. Allegedly. You don't hear them talk about it because trust me, if they was doing something, they want some shine about it, they would be talking about it. So they ain't doing shit. They don't give a damn. And then they're going to tell you can't do shit and everything is fucking racist. Anyway, come on, Joe.
Your mom, your sister, we got that part. This conversation started and should end with men telling you about men and the erasure of men.
Yes.
You don't need to speak to somebody with a daughter to see how a man feels. Speak to a fucking man.
Okay,
let her get shit off.
Let me get back. Let me hear that again. Joe sound like he upset.
Jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little guard in there.
Let's get active on this.
Your daughter, your mom, your sister, we got that part. This conversation started and should end with men telling you about men and the erasure of men.
Yes.
You don't need to speak to somebody with a daughter to see how a man feels. Speak to a fucking man.
Okay,
let her get shit off.
No,
Please.
no, he just
Please,
shut
continue.
no,
Please continue.
He completely shut down
No, you
everything.
can't,
That
no,
no, because I can't respond to the Doge thing. I can't respond to the
You
bear
can
thing.
respond.
I can't because
Well, you shouldn't have to. We're not
it
talking
all factors in. It does. My argument when you keep bringing up this bear shit, it's fucking pissing me off because you are being willfully fucking obtuse.
Okay,
all right,
now.
stay fucking there. You two, you have daughters.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you are teaching your daughters in terms of when they go out into the world, how to conduct themselves?
So I guess the problem is the fact that she's bringing up women in this conversation, right? Why can't she just sit there and listen, right? Well, I would listen more so than bring up women. Like they talking about the man Mackie is talking about his sons, and they're talking about the erasure of masculinity. And here she talking about women and daughters. Girl, shut the fuck up. Just listen. These bitches don't listen. That's the first problem, right? You just cannot listen. You are in a room, I believe, with all men based off of what they showed me. And you get the opportunity to hear what the hell it is that they got to say. And then you still don't listen. Child, what if they fire her? That would be funny. Shout out to Michael Love in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. He said masculinity promotes masculinity and protects femininity. You got that. You got that. I don't even understand what this has to do with the fucking bear either. Who brought up the bear anyway? I feel like Biatch has brought up the bear. We would rather be with a bear than fucking go be with a bear. What? Just argue about everything. Does everything have to be a fucking argument? That's all I'm asking.
Only in terms, you two, you have daughters.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you are teaching your daughters in terms of when they go out into the world, how to conduct themselves? Only in terms of their sense of personal safety. Who do they need to keep themselves safe from? Who? And don't.
Oh, she doing the remember the lady from Chicago that did that whole documentary on all the black women who couldn't come out the house. It's not fair. You're not protected. No one's helping you, and you got to be worried. You got to be worried. You got to be worried. So basically, she's saying the same thing. So that would be y'all, specifically you ninjas, right? You ninja idiots. This is what she's basically saying. Who do women have to come out of the house and be worried about? You're in a room full of fucking those same fucking people, so you ain't scared. What are we talking about right now? And if I go out in the fucking house, I would be concerned with everyone, not just men. Child, there's particular people that I'll be looking for. It could be a group of anybody. Cause child, some of these young ladies looking crazy too. Let's not get it twisted. We've seen them attacking people on the buses in Philly, mind you, knocking old people out, doing just the same thing as what young men are doing. I guess I'll call them young men. Doing the same thing, gremlins and gremlinettes. They all doing the same damn thing. I don't want, if I see any kids, a group of fucking kids, I'm crossing the fucking street. I promise you. Call me scared. I think I'm calling me pretty smart to just not even take that fucking chance. I feel like that's common sense. Call it what you want. I'm not even gonna give you the fucking opportunity because these people don't give a fuck. I don't know how many ways I can say that. They don't give a fuck about themselves, so they most certainly don't give a damn about me. And I ain't taking the chance to prove that I don't have an issue with them. Fuck them, okay? I don't give a fuck. I don't know you. What the girl? You sounding crazy.
You have daughters. What is it that you are teaching your daughters in terms of when they go out into the world, how to conduct themselves? Only in terms of their sense of personal safety. Who do they need to keep themselves safe from? Who? And don't just answer the question.
People. Yeah, I was gonna say the world.
Okay.
The world.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
People. Like you said, it's not.
How can you get any more specific than people? Basically, she wants them to say men. Bitch. After listening to her story, you weren't worried about no men because you most certainly kept letting them hit. Seriously, come on now. Tell truth, shame the devil. You spoke to that. Girl, you spoke to your 2.5 engagements. Never married, no kids. Complaining and still blaming the same people. This proves my point, not that I didn't already prove it. These bitches just sit here talking about all y'all talking. You can't do this, you can't do that. You ain't shit, you ain't that. But then still be looking for your fucking asses all day and half the damn night. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. She sound crazy. You just had a whole show and you're sitting in front of a bunch of, girl, you scared? Joe, if you come across this video, child, I'll take the job, child. If you want to get rid of her, I don't look like her. I don't look like her. But child, if you want somebody else to do that damn job, child, holla at me. I'll do it. I'm pretty sure that I can, probably take a little less than what Melissa Ford offers, okay, monetarily. But child, I got a number, I'll do it.
I get where you're trying to go with that. I'm not sitting there. I mean, I'm not at that point yet, but it's not, hey, look out for men, look out for boys. No, it's look out for people.
Okay.
People are
and
fucked up out here.
And I'm just asking you two specifically.
Wait, hold on. I have a 15-year-old daughter.
He can answer better than
I have a 15-year-old daughter. I tell her to be on the lookout for people, jealous girls, but I also tell her to be on the lookout for older men that's trying to prey on younger girls, offering rides and stuff like that. Is that what you're getting at? I tell her that, but that's what you learn in growing up, and that's that some men do that.
No, and that is fair, and that is accurate. I can tell you stories of when I was 11 and 8. We had a handyman that used to come to the house. And one day my father was just like, my parents worked. And my dad was literally like, he's coming to the house, just give him the money for the work that he did, blah, blah, blah. He came to the house. I was there alone. He was drunk and he tried to do some shit to me. It was fucking terrifying because I'm in my own fucking house. And this is somebody that my parents trusted.
Then you should be mad at your parents. It sounds like you should be upset with your parents. Instead, you upset with all men because of what something traumatizing that happened to you. Did you tell? I promise you, allegedly, I don't know because I haven't heard this. She didn't tell them one thing about it, meaning her father or her mother, about what happened. It sounds irresponsible on your mother and your father's part to leave you at home and to give this man money. But let's not act like that's not what people do as well, especially if it's somebody that they think they know. Shout out to D.L. Hughley that chose to believe his friend over his daughter. But I know she don't want to talk about none of that.
And he came there drunk and it was really fucking bad. That is just one experience.
It seems like they're arguing two completely different things. Joe is talking about the lack of masculinity and being able to talk to boys and men in regards to that. While on the flip, Melissa Ford is talking about that there's a certain subset of men out there that are hurting women. Both of those things are true.
No, she's not saying a certain subset. She's saying all of them. She ain't differentiate nothing. It's all of them.
True, but only one addresses Anthony Mackie's comments. And in fact, if you do address Anthony Mackie's comments in regards to masculinity, manhood, how to be a man, structure within that, then you would have less men doing what Melissa Ford is saying that they do. But I find it
that is a good point, because Anthony Mackie wants to treat his sons how to be respectful across the board, but he's teaching them with regard to women, so she should be happy. He said, when I'm not home, you make sure you take care of your mother, you hold doors, you say thank you, you make sure the door is locked when you're here with mom, a 15-year-old, I believe he said. So he's actually saying to do that, and she's goodbye. Good fucking bye. He is saying that, she's still mad. I cannot take that job then.
rich that you have a woman that made a career off of utilizing her body in a sexual form to make money, to get rich, while also shaming
the original OF person, whore, allegedly, is gonna talk shit off of who she made money from. I don't think Melissa Ford was out there trying to attract women unless they were ABCD. I really don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me know.
Men for liking it or participating in it. In fact, what she has participated in aids in the erasure of masculinity.
There's so many more that I can talk about that happened before the age of 16 years old. The reality is that you can be in the safest environment and still there will be a situation that unfolds that where you need to teach your daughters to be careful of predatory boys and men. And I'm not talking about people because shit. Just wait 1 second. Anything can happen.
That story about the handyman, was your dad there for that?
No, he wasn't. He was at work. It was during the day. It was like noon or something like that.
You should be mad at your dad because he left you there alone. She's not mad at that man. She's mad at the other man, but not that man that left her there. So maybe somebody need to teach your daddy about how to raise kids, which is what Anthony is saying today about his kids. How's she gonna make this about her? How's she gonna make this about her? I'm confused. How you gonna be mad? So she triggered. Girl, go get a therapist or something, child, because this don't make no damn sense, child. Good luck to Joe Budden.
It was at work. It was during the day. It was like noon or something like that.
Mel,
okay, now so hold on.
There are systematic efforts that are out there to discredit and silence.
I'm not talking.
But you have to acknowledge that too.
Is this post for us women, ladies, girls, females, MSDs? Is this picture imposed for us? Is this for you? Do you see this picture and say, "Oh yeah, girl, you go, girl. Oh yeah, girl." Who is this picture for? So you want to go and attract all these men that ain't no good, that hurt you when you was younger with all these experiences? Bitch, please go tell that to somebody ain't got no fucking sense. Well, all these biatches will listen to her and say, yeah, girl, yeah, sis, go, sis. Yeah, sis, go, sis. Yeah, sis, go, sis.
I'm not.
No, wait. Listen, you should acknowledge the fact that there is a movement to discredit the black man, to discredit men.
The straight black man.
The straight, it
Not
is,
just black man, the straight black man.
Online, they're showing that women have all this power and women are in control of the home and the black man are not here to take care of
Legislation says different.
Legislation with?
Legislation that's being Roe v. Wade being.
Shouldn't she be scared? She should be scared. And there's a white man there too. You definitely should be scared of all the racism from him. You should be scared of this bigum right here, no shade. And definitely Joe, child, because this outfit down at the bottom here, no shade, Joe. I still come work for you, boo. I'm just saying. But it's okay for you to be all around these men, right? It's okay for all that. Girl, she don't go to hell.
The straight, it is, black man. The straight
online. Hold on. Let me get this picture, child. Thumbnail. Hold on. All right, child.
That women have all this power and women are in control of the home and the black man are not here to take care of
Legislation says different.
Legislation with?
Legislation that's being Roe v. Wade being overturned. The anti-abortion laws. There is literally.
We're talking about social media that's being fed to our children.
Okay.
And now if you go in here, it's always something to discredit the black man.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
What does ABs have to do with any of this? Just pulling shit out the air. Just talking. A bird Toss that in there. Girl, goodbye. Lord have mercy. I can't imagine why men don't want to get married, child.
The anti-abortion laws. There is literally.
We're talking about social media that's being fed to our children. Okay. And now if you go in here, it's always something to discredit the black man. You know that and I know that. So that's what the point we're getting at is that there's something that's going on. Not taking away that there's not, we know that there's predators out there. We know that there's men out here that take advantage, but there's also a lot of great men out there that take care of their family, that provide for their children, that protect the home. And that's not being highlighted anymore.
In no way, shape, or form am I denying that at all.
Okay.
I'll highlight it as much as possible.
You don't when you say I'd rather be around a bear.
Oh my God.
Right.
Literally.
You don't though when you say that.
Stop, because the fucking bear is literally just a fucking extreme metaphor for the high incidence rate of fucking sexual assault against women and girls. That's it. It is a fucking metaphor. Get over it, okay?
Girl, you sound crazy. What is wrong with this person? If Melissa Ford happens to see this, bitch, what is wrong with you? You sound crazy. You just have to, it's like you got to insert yourself into everything. I mean, I know she's there on the show to talk. I don't know if she's supposed to be there to be contrarian or what, but you're clearly traumatized by something. Ma'am, you need to go get some fucking help. You're almost 50 fucking years old and you can't even sit here and listen to this fucking conversation without bringing in a bunch of shit that ain't got nothing to do. You're derailing this whole conversation. And you prove the fucking point. You got to always bring it back to you. Let these people talk about what the fuck they want to talk about with regard to them and their lives and what they're experiencing. She can't do that. Because she got to, I guess this is a part of defending the hood and you sound crazy. Lord have mercy. Lord help your people.
On a bear.
Oh my God.
Right.
Literally.
You don't though when you say that.
Stop, because the fucking bear is literally just a fucking extreme metaphor for the high incidence rate of fucking sexual assault against women and girls. That's it. It is a fucking metaphor. Get over it, okay?
Bitch, you need to get over it. So let me bring this up real quick. Yeah. So shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Y'all know I really don't do these stories anymore because there are plenty of them because I don't want to be talking about these kids like this. But here you have the married teacher arrested after allegedly forcing underage boys, that means under 18, to participate in group hookups while wearing a scream mask. Now, Melissa Ford will say that this doesn't happen often. Bitch, I promise you it does. I just don't cover it as much as I used to because I'll get demonetized. Sorry, y'all. But there's plenty of them, right? So this says, get into this wild story. A married white woman, I tossed that in there, teacher was arrested after being accused of forcing young students into Group X and threatening self-deletion if they reported her actions. Whoever watches out for the boys when they have to be dealing with these teachers. Now, I know some of y'all, when we've talked about in the past, you'll say, where were these teachers when I was in school? This shit is not cute. I mean, I hope y'all are joking, but this shit is not cute. And you ain't even got to go all the way back to Mary Kay Letourneau. We did one about a year ago where there was a white woman, a black woman, an Asian woman, and somebody the fuck else. And all of them were around the same time effing boys under the age of fucking 18. But that doesn't matter, y'all. You don't acknowledge the fact that they're still children as well. And these bitches are so effing horny that they can't get a man of their own. So then they're going to go and intimidate these people. But then you want to turn around and say that Cassie was a victim. She was not. She was a willing participant at 19. Don't give me no shit about some bitch and what she wasn't able to do at an adult age. And then turn around and say, I guess, this is what these boys want. And y'all don't ever talk about this. Y'all don't ever talk about this shit, right? Brittany Fortenberry, the teacher at the center of this scandal, worked as a substitute for Martinsville schools before being terminated January 9, 2024. Prior to that, she had a stint at MC High School in Morgan County, where she allegedly taught several of her young victims. She left that position on August 23rd, 2024, but not before reportedly leaving a trail of destruction in her wake. Victims have come forward to share their experiences. Probably can't believe them because they're boys, they're male, and they just be lying, right? But when I say I don't be believing you bitches, then y'all gonna be mad at me. Oh, okay, whatever you say. The stories sometimes just don't make no fucking sense. But y'all, do you, right? This is honestly where they need to be paying the most attention is in the fucking school, because that's where it happens a lot of time, and in the fucking church. Allegedly, okay? Blah, 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 blah. According to the court documents, one middle school boy accused Fortenberry of drugging him multiple times, engaging in essay with him when he was just 13 years old. Now, what the fuck would any woman see in a fucking 13-year-old? Because that's what y'all would say if the roles were reversed. Ew, that's why. It is not just one or the other. We're talking about fucking kids. That's all I'm talking about right now. All I'm talking about is kids. Because y'all don't give a fuck about these kids. Y'all don't give one damn about these kids. But Melissa Ford want to act all crazy and wild, like all these girls, all these boys too, bitch. All these boys got to go through shit like this. And then she gonna use a fucking scream mask. We talked about that the other day, child. I hate the scream shit. Anyway, he revealed that she would entice him to bring friends to her house, a desperate bitch, where she would allegedly provide him with drugs and then SA them. What's even more disturbing is the revelation that Fortenberry is accused of spending approximately $600 on gifts for these teens before coercing them into the X acts, often forcing them to wear masks from the movie screen. No smoke for none of this. I remember the teacher that we talked about probably 2 years ago. Excuse me. She would leave from married. Okay, bitch is married. Oh, what woman? Leave and bring the young man to the side of the road so they could do their activities in the backseat of the car. Somebody happened to see them, and then they went and they told. Nobody remember that? I know some of y'all remember that. But nobody got nothing to say about none of that. Melissa don't give a fuck about none of that. It's always bitches. When we talking about fucking kids, they all matter. All of them. Nope. R. Kelly, when he was young, it was his own fucking aunt, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. That essayed him. Y'all don't care about that. It's all what. And R. Kelly was wrong with what he did. We've seen it. We know that he was wrong. But does that mean that what happened to him is not important because he was a man? And just because you male, that means you can take it. You probably liked it. Because I know that's what you bitches say. I already know. It's all about you at all fucking times. Then y'all wonder why you can't get a fucking man because of shit like this. You can't even be fair when it comes to fucking kids. Thank you, Trinidad. I appreciate you. Thank you, Dreg. I appreciate you. He said it happened to one of my classmates in middle school. It ruined him. Y'all have talked about this in the comments before, about what's happened to many of y'all. No one gives a fuck, okay? Nobody gives a damn. And then Anthony Mackie come out here to talk about what he's doing that makes sense for him to do for a male child to do stuff right instead of learning from the fucking streets. He's learning from his own fucking father. You're still mad. How, Sway? How? Because you just want to be a fucking bitch. That is what it is.
Okay, that has nothing to do with the erasure of the concept of the straight fucking.
Yes,
it has nothing to do with it. It has to do with sexual assault.
Melissa
That is
Ford.
it. That is it. That is all. That is it. That is all.
Hold on, please let me get this one word, please.
Anthony Mackie was talking about raising sons to be men, strong men within society. You're coming at this conversation of attacking a certain subset of men through whatever trauma that you've experienced.
Exactly.
There were men that are bad people, but then there's also women that are bad people.
New tonight, more teenage students in Morgan County are now coming.
Shout out to MTR. Shout out to MTR. Show it.
Forward, and they're accusing a former teacher of sexual misconduct with a minor. Ashton Hackman is in Morgan County to explain why the prosecutors are now looking to bring even more charges against this woman.
31-year-old Brittany Fortenberry has been held here at the Morgan County Jail since...
this is a teacher that I just read about.
...her arrest last month on charges of sexual misconduct with a minor. Since then, 5 new victims have come forward with additional allegations. Prosecutors have asked to file up to 24 additional criminal charges against her, including 10 counts of child molesting, sexual misconduct with a minor, and 13 other charges for disseminating material harmful to minors and contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
This happens on both sides of the coin. This is being reported as of 2 days ago, but unfortunately, these stories don't reach mainstream media to the degree of if the teacher was of opposite sex. But leveraging the ridiculousness of a man versus bear example does nothing more than to bring truth or reality to the current situation, and in fact, forces more division.
And we don't have to yell and get hostile here.
Okay,
don't have to
you're
do that.
right, but I'm very frustrated by the way
I
that
hear you.
conversation has been handled
receive
over
you.
the course of
And we
months
understand
over
that, man.
here,
I receive
especially
you.
for
But
somebody who
again-
is literally.
Then quit, bitch. If you don't like how your male boss is handling his business in a room full of men, why she ain't quit? Bueller? Anybody? Bueller? Oh, so yet again, video vixen. It's the money from the same men that you're trying to act like you so scared of. But you okay with that money. Just like the OF people is okay with all the money that they're getting from the men. Because as Just Pearly Things showed us yesterday, it's mostly white married men who are participating over there with the OF and giving their hard-earned dollars over there to those people. And they're making money. The head of OF, who is a white man, making hand over fist from y'all, you whores, and then the men who are paying for it. TQS, he said, let's get a Trump break. I'm assuming this is what you mean. All right, y'all. All right. Because I could afford to calm down.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs. Millions and millions of dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs. Fight the way they fly. Dogs, dogs, dogs. And it's a shame. Eating the cat, eating the cat. Eating the cat, 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 eating the cat. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs, they're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs, they're eating the dogs, dogs. Millions and millions of dogs, eating the dogs, they're eating the dogs. Dogs, dogs, they're eating the dogs, eating the dogs, they're eating the dogs, dogs, and it's a shame. Eating the cat, 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 eating the.
Shout out to TQS for that suggestion. Shout out to Mr. Wombat. I appreciate you, hun. He says, it irritates the hell out of me when I see Gumps endorse this nonsense. I can't stand the damn double standards. Lock these biatches up. Keep your damn hands off the children. I agree. But that's not the priority. But let the roles have been reversed. Just like MTR said, it would have been all over the daggone place. I've seen these stories. I just don't want to talk about them. But child, if I got to bring it back, I bring it back. It happens all the fucking time, over and over and over. And it's typically a teacher situation, some teacher bitch, and she taking advantage of boys. It's not good for them either. It's not good for them either. I know y'all be joking, I hope, when you be like, I didn't have teachers like that. And there'd be some good looking teachers. We know that one is not. It's not even about the way that they look. That's not the daggone point. All these bitches always want to talk about being groomed, but they never want to talk about this part of the grooming, about these teachers doing all this ish. Thank you, Mr. Wombat. Shout out to Death Note in the building. I appreciate you. He said, imagine hating men, but snatching that paycheck. Abso-damn-lutely. Abso-damn-lutely, but won't look at it from that direction, right? No, forget all about that, child. They just forget all about that. Because at the end of the day, that's who the fuck it is at the top, whether you want to believe it or not. It's not fair. Women can do this. Women can do that. You can't do shit, in my opinion. And I'm a woman. Look, see, hey, I am a woman. Fuck that. Look, let's not even go down the mayors again, child. Let's not even go down the mayor list again. And then we can add that bitch in fucking Pennsylvania. Goodbye. Anyway, hit the like button, y'all, please, if you have not. Come on. This is a pain in my ass already.
Experienced it. Literally experienced it more times than I care to count.
I'm going to say this in closing because I feel like we have rehashed the bear conversation a bunch.
That's true.
But if the bear conversation is being had through the lens of only sexual assault victims and victims of sexual violence, then you have now answered a question while erasing the rest of the field of men, good men, cornerstone men, legacy building great men.
Yeah.
You are erasing that and answering the question through the lens of trauma and pain and horrible experiences with men. So when you hear Anthony Mackie describe what it is to be a man, where is the confusion at? We're not talking about men that do that. We're talking about men, and men should be acknowledged.
Because because the two things have nothing to do with each other.
No, her not understing that is the issue.
Listen, all right, look, so just wait.
Directly related.
I'm done.
The idea,
because she's not gonna get it no matter what you say.
But you don't get it.
But she don't want to get it. She wants to be a nasty ass, angry black woman, biatch. Just to be a biatch in front of all y'all. And as you're looking at these outfits while MTR is putting all these outfits through that she's wearing around these men, I mean, at the end of the day, like what I got on, right? I'm just saying. So if I go like this all daggone time when I go in there, you ain't doing it because you trying to be modest. No shade. I'm just saying. You obviously want some attention. I'm not gonna lie about that, y'all. Okay. But these are my clothes. But I'm not over here hanging out with a bunch of fucking men like this either. So she ain't too worried about it. She ain't too worried about it. You going in that room with these men every daggone day, like these pictures that are flashing through. Girl, you ain't too worried about it. No, let's just pretend that you got some, for the sisterhood of bitches that will come through and say that I'm wrong and she's right. Why is she hanging around all these men if she's so scared? If she got so much issue with men, why is she allowing this man to pay her for whatever the hell it is that she do over here? And why is it that everything that she was doing when she was a video vixen surrounded men? Because that shit wasn't for me. Why was she in all them damn videos with all them men? Why was the game making songs about her? That ain't got nothing to do with none of us women. That had to do with her using what she got to get what she wanted around the same people. Now she gonna act like she all protective for women. Fuck that bitch. She can't do shit for me, I promise you. She ain't got the sense that God gave her, in my fucking opinion. She can't even stay on task because she's so fucking traumatized. And maybe that's why she can't get married and have a substantial relationship, because she got fucking trauma that she won't even address. How are you this mad and miserable this old? How? How? Child. Anyway, come on, child.
Where is the confusion at? We're not talking about men that do that. We're talking about men, and men should be acknowledged.
Because the two things have nothing to do with each other.
No, her not understanding that is the issue.
Listen, all right, look, so just wait.
Directly related.
I'm done.
The idea,
because she's not gonna get it no matter what you say.
But you don't get it. But you don't get it. You don't get it.
Loud, wrong, and strong.
Do you feel like you're part of the problem because you also highlighted that pressure could be too much for the 15-year-old son? That's the first thing you went to.
We are going all over the
fucking place.
Listen, whoa. Just one second. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. He brought up the bear. He brought it up. Okay. This wasn't even part of the fucking conversation right now. That was just throwing a fucking monkey wrench into the conversation about male masculinity. That has nothing to do with the fucking bear.
Got it.
That was
it
not
has everything to do with the erasure of men and what it is to be a man.
Look.
And that's a man telling you.
No, just wait 1 second.
But even that, a man can't tell you nothing.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
There was this case that just unfolded in France, and her name, and the woman's at the helm of this case, her name is Giselle Pellicot.
Mm-hmm.
She was.
Why are we talking about whatever's happening in France? Anybody know? Bueller? Girl, what? Let's just pull something else from the sky just because I can't say I'm wrong. I can't say you're right. And I'll most certainly say my bad for derailing the fucking conversation with my own fucking trauma child. We know we never gonna hear none of that.
70 years old. Mm-hmm. And her husband spent the better part of a decade drugging her and advertising to men to come over and sexually assault her. And she did not know it. And do you know who these men were? There was like 50 of them, 51 of them got, some form of, punishment, legal punishment. Mm-hmm. These men were doctors, plumbers, lawyers. They were family men. Mm-hmm. They were grandfathers. They were all the things. The whole point is that there is no face of a predator. There's no face. There is no look.
There's the face right there. There's a face right there. Clearly, I'm going to have to start talking about this again, and I don't want to. But go ahead, girl.
There's no nothing. You can't tell. So when women are talking about sexual assault, it has nothing to do with, be afraid of, men because they're just scary. It's just there's no fucking picture as to what a predator looks like. The predator can look like your next door neighbor. The predator can look like your fucking father. The predator can be your uncle, can be your brother, can be anybody. That's the whole point.
Which is more reason for Anthony Mackie to describe what raising a man looks like.
Can I say something? Bring it back to the whole fucking point, you dumbass bitch. This is so stupid. This is so damn stupid. And this is who bitches will listen to. What the fuck? She's a masculine person right now. And you ain't got no fucking kids, so why are you even talking about this, bitch? You have no fucking kids. You got nothing in this fucking conversation at the end of the day, but to be a traumatized ex-whore, allegedly. As somebody that has kids and grandkids, bitch, you're not even authority to talk about this shit. You were raising no one. You are putting no one out into the world to do any fucking thing. That makes it even worse. That makes it even worse. You're not even helping the rest of society to bring someone out here to be anything, because you couldn't even get that far. I'm going to go out on a ledge and say, allegedly, you probably had an AB or two in your life. Allegedly, I don't know. But given what you did, because I was there to witness it, and what allegedly you did because I was here to hear it, the odds are that maybe that's what happened. Allegedly. Let me allegedly one more time. But this is all the more reason why this is not even your fucking discussion, because you are raising no one. And as a person who is raising children, has raised children, I know what the fuck to tell them. And it ain't to just be worried about men, it's to be worried about every fucking body, whether they are a male, a female, white, or black, anything else, hair that look like this, your face that look like that, people that hang out here, people that hang out there, people that do this, that, and the third. It's not just a male, bitch. It's more than that. And of course, again, she would never acknowledge what we just saw on Hollywood Unlocked and what MTR just showed. She gonna go reference some shit over there in fucking France with all the stories right here in the United States of America, specific to fucking teachers. Lord, help your people, child. Help your people, child. Lord.
I'm going to Mackie to describe what raising a man looks like.
Can I say something to you, Joe?
Because the concept is that you build a society of upstanding, virtuous, valuable men, then that won't occur, because it won't even be in the thought process or the option shit to do truly evil shit like what you are speaking about. Would fixing that problem rule this out 100%? No. People are going to slip through the cracks. I mean, there's been a polio vaccine for over 100 years now, and people still catching polio. But men taking back what it means to be a masculine man and disseminating that information to young boys is the vaccine to fix a lot of the male issues that are occurring. The man versus bear conversation and your reliance on why bears would be safer than a man does nothing.
That is a dumbass conversation anyway. Just out here, again, just to be saying shit. Ain't nobody fucking with a bear. And I live in a place where bears are, okay? And I'm not fucking with no bears. Just saying shit. It don't make any sense. Now, I know they don't really mean bears, but at the end of the day, then you be turned to, the actual bear is the person that a lot of y'all, not y'all, a lot of y'all be messing with, and then you come back and say all men ain't ish because this man did this, that, and the third, but you knew that he was in jail, out of jail, ankle monitor, doing or selling drugs, or in some sort of fucking fast life, or some rapper, some new ball player that just started, knowing damn well all these daggone groupies gonna be throwing themselves at him, and he gonna be falling for it, whatever. It is true, but you still wanted them enough to do that because it was about what you wanted. And you think that somebody is just supposed to change their whole life and not be who they are just because you're you, right? All right, I got it. Go ahead, MTR, child.
To fix the situation. But Anthony Mackie talking about we need to rewrite masculinity. We need to do it better. Here's the structure that I'm laying out for my boys so they understand what's important. That will.
Here's my thing.
Yeah, agreed.
Here's my thing.
Because that's really
we are so used to looking down upon black men. Not saying you're doing it, but people is, because
that's exactly what she's doing.
The first thing you said, and I said this when he said about what he's teaching his 15-year-old son, is that you made an excuse by saying that.
It's not an excuse.
Do you think
I asked a question?
Do you ask?
Let that man finish. Shut the fuck up.
The question, sorry, ma'am, saying that, do you think it may be too much pressure on this child?
Do you want to know why?
We don't think that.
Do you want to know why I asked that?
We teach our boys.
Do you know why?
I want to know why.
This is why I asked it.
Yes, ma'am.
Simple reason why. Because as black people, black women, black men,
yes,
we are forced to grow up a lot faster than we should.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We are looked at as more mature than our years actually, dictate.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. I was able to see images and videos of you probably way before that I shut up. Ergo, the smooth hypocrisy in her statements. You participate in an industry that potentially opens up the gateway for young men and women to watch a woman be overtly sexual, yet now you chastise that we grew up too quickly. I agree with what you're saying, but your past video vixen lifestyle contradicts what you're saying.
Child, you gotta forget all that. How dare MTR, how dare you bring that up? You can't talk about her. You don't know. She probably had to feed her family, and it's okay for her to do it. And it's okay for her to participate. And it's okay for her to be a part of the problem back then. Ignore all that. She just had to do what she had to do when she was escaping wherever the fuck she said she was escaping. But now she's just this martyr person. And I'm not saying that somebody can't change their stance and change their mind. But fucking don't forget who the fuck you are at the end of the day. People don't know you for nothing else but being a fucking video vixen. Today's standards is an OF model. Girl, some of us was there to know what was what. Say that shit for somebody that don't know.
We grew up too quickly. I agree with what you're saying, but your past video vixen lifestyle contradicts what you're saying.
And that is unfair. That's unfair to both black female children and black male children. They should be able and they should be allowed to have a childhood, full childhood. That was the only reason why I asked.
Then you should have been, she didn't answer whether she told her mother and father about what happened. How come she ain't mentioned that? Melissa, did you tell mom and dad what happened? Because they honestly shouldn't have been letting you at 8 pay nobody nothing. First of all, they could have knocked your head across the room and just took the money, first of all. Then, of course, the essay part of it, if possible, if that was a thing. I mean, if they wanted to do that too. And who knows what else, right? But forget her daddy, right? It's y'all. It's y'all. Let me catch up. Shout out to Orange DNA. I appreciate the super sticker, hun. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Shout out to Trent. Thank you, honey. Said 95% of men are good. They argue 5% like it's 100%. Let those bitches stay alone. That's all I got to say. It's not that hard just to be a kind person and to watch out for people and make decisions, not like going to fucking Cartagena and then saying that you got kidnapped all alone without looking at the fucking country beforehand and then blaming your travel agent for your troubles. Child. Shout out to JP. Thank you, honey. Said, what did I wake up to with this situation? I'm sure you know now. Thank you so much. Shout out to Vegas. Shout out to Death No. Appreciate you. He said, but they don't dress that way for men, right? Who do you think I'm dressed like this for? Okay, no shade. These are my clothes, but you think I'm dressing like this for women? I'm not saying that I'm looking for anybody's attention, but y'all, I'm not trying to go out here and look like no fucking hobo either, okay? I'm just saying. Like, what the fuck? Child, these people, fool your mama, child. Tell this shit to your mama. Shout out to Live from New York. Appreciate you, honey. Says she was a video 304, not a vixen. I'm just saying, I'm going to just go ahead with the equivalent of the vixen is the OF model. I'm going to just say that. Shout out to Live from New York with another 2. He said she acting like Cardi B wasn't. How convenient that was all just overlooked, child. Not a big deal. You don't know. Not one thing to say, but all the support for Cardi B and no mention of nothing. Nothing. That is on video, right? Nah, ignore all that, y'all. Ignore all that. Shout out to Trent. Thank you, honey. He said, people hate Joe. I think he is smart and talented. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Shout out to Joe Button and this particular podcast anyway. I don't watch this mess. Shout out to Kid Chameleon in the building. I appreciate you, hon. He said, let's just address the elephant in the room. Women like the support child essay against boys. They refuse to mention or acknowledge it. Silence equals consent. That sucks. That is the case. I'm sorry. You know, I don't know. I'm not disagreeing with you, but people don't want to talk about it. People don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I mean, but obviously I'm gonna have to. We've done so many stories about this shit. Nobody cares about these fucking kids. Child, nobody cares about these kids. Thank you so much, hon. Shout out to Live from New York. Thank you, honey. Said Melissa grew up with a white mom in Canada. What black experience she speak of? She a female Drake. When she was having 2.5 engagements. That's her experience when one of them was knocking her around allegedly. Child, she over here talking that sure, honey, and see, we went over that. F her. Shout out to JP. Thank you, honey. Said for the cans fund before the messy. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all. Thank you for being here. There's still more, child.
Nothing to do with him making a poor decision.
I do get that because on the flip side, the flip side of that be the girl that is maybe 13, 14, and you got to take care of your siblings now.
Yeah.
You're being forced to be
Because
society. That's some of the positions that society afford to people.
And I understand that, but Anthony Mackie is very, very rich. He has a lot of money. He has a lot of access to things. I'm just talking about him specifically.
Okay,
I'm not talking about, say the single mom who's got several children and she's got to work 2 jobs. And yes, then she relies on her children. And I understand that. I'm not talking.
Is that an exception? Do you give that an exception?
And I will give him that he could be considered an exception to the rule. That was the only reason why I asked that question.
Okay.
And it had nothing to do with, the concept of masculinity being bastardized or forced upon him too early. No, it's just like he's still kind of a kid. And he should be able to be a kid. That's the only reason why I asked it.
Do you know what?
Who is a kid? The 15-year-old? What are we talking about right now? So we should never. Bitch, shut the fuck up! Now I'm mad again. You aren't raising anyone. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So you think that we're supposed to wait until they're fucking 18 to teach them shit? Is that what the fuck she's saying? So he's not allowed to be a kid because he's being told to show some respect and lock the fucking door? We teach them when they are fucking babies, when they are fucking infants. We teach them by fucking understanding what their fucking cries mean. Bitch, you don't know nothing about this because you ain't got no kids. We teach them because we understand what their needs are. If they want to be changed, if they want to eat, if they want to be held. That's what we do. We learn that shit. Then we teach them how to fucking walk. Then we teach them how to fucking talk. Then we teach them how to be nice, to clean the fuck up, to participate in that fucking household. We teach them how to be around other kids, how to socialize. That's what we do. We teach them from the time that they come out until they get grown and leave the fucking house. You don't understand that. They get to play. They get to be kids. They get to have fun. But guess the fuck what? You also get a fucking bedtime. That's teaching them. You also eat at a particular time. That's teaching them. You also get to go out and watch it, or you get to watch TV at a certain time. That's teaching them. Not the shit that you bitches do now, where you give them a fucking phone or a fucking iPad all fucking day, which is going to be a problem later. You teach them you can be on this computer for this amount of time, and then your ass got to be taught to go do your fucking homework. Then you are taught that you need to make sure that you get good grades so that your ass can go to college. You don't wait until they're fucking 18 to start teaching, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you bitches that ain't got no kids. You don't know shit. That's why she can't even talk about this shit. It's beyond fucking masculinity at this fucking point. You don't know shit about children. You don't know shit about raising nothing. That's why something like this don't make sense to you. I taught my children to fucking come home, lock the fucking door behind you, get your ass something to eat, and sit your ass down and watch TV. How about that? You don't know shit about that, Melissa. So should I wait until they're fucking 18 to teach them that when they're coming home at third damn team after school? When am I supposed to teach them that you need to be your best at all times, do your best at all times, and show your ass or show respect in school? Because when them fucking teachers call, I'm taking their side over yours 95 fucking % of the time, because I know my kid enough to know that if they call here and say that she was talking in class, she did that shit. She did that shit. Because that's how you raise kids, and that's how you know your fucking kids. And if they called and said that she started a fight, I'll be like, now, hold on now. We got to see what's going on, because that ain't like my kid. But you bitches don't even be knowing your fucking kids enough to know what they would do, what they wouldn't do, what they doing, and who the fuck they doing it with. You teach them who is a good friend to be around and not. You teach them who they should be hanging out with and who they should not. You teach them who is a good look for you or not. Because who it is that you spend your time with, that's what's going to rub off on you. So they better be a decent fucking person, or they're going to go ahead and associate that shit with your ass. So if you hanging around with someone that fucking steals, then you're going to be a person that steals. If you hang out with someone that does, I don't know, something foolish, then that's who you're going to be associated with. So why don't you make sure that you hang out with someone that makes sense? Because, child, if I find out, I'm going to punish your ass, because that's also how you raise fucking kids to do right. How about that? Punishment when they do shit wrong, because they going to do shit wrong. Because if we don't teach them here, them here, they gonna learn out there, and then you'll have people like Rolly Roll and the other motherfuckers saying that that's fucking racism. How about it, your ass wasn't taught at home at the young age that you're supposed to be taught at every fucking year of their lives to show and tell them how to work themselves and how to be adults out here in the fucking real world that y'all are saying is so racist. And with two daughters, they ain't never come to me talking about nobody was racist toward their asses. Not one fucking time. But y'all keep worrying about fucking racism, okay? Now, child, I don't know how I brought that up into this conversation. Child. Shout out to Death Note in the building. Thank you, honey. Said, Messi, you don't need kids to understand what it means to raise one. You can always count on Death Note, child. You can always count on Death Note. Thank you, hon. Shout out to JP. Appreciate you. He said, for the funky ass BP Michigan. Yeah, my blood pressure was perfect at the doctor the other day, y'all. So we good. But thank you so much, child. Lord. I don't even think I'm getting to Umar today, because, child, that's going to piss me off, too. I might have to save him for tomorrow, y'all. I'm going to let y'all know. I didn't even know that this was going to be this damn bad. Shout out to Wall Street Tech. Appreciate you, hon, with that 2, 3. Oh, he said, so now she's a podcast. Now she's a podcast 304. Yes, we'll go ahead and go with that. Shout out to Skinny Boy. He said, I have a hangover. Please don't yell. Listen, there's a lie. 3 more minutes. I don't know if this is the podcast for you, boo. Shout out to everyone that is here. Please make sure you hit the like button.
But it's like, in closing for me.
Again, a young lady dictating to a man how a man should raise a boy. I completely and utterly disagree with her. At what point, if it's not 15 years old, that you're trying to give them duties of a man, at what age should it be? In 3 years, they're considered a man. At what age? You tell us. But you know what? It won't matter.
Fuck that bitch. We don't need to listen to that. None of that. At least MTR, who don't have kids, as far as I know, knows. Like, because it's common fucking sense. Where's the common sense around here? This is just a great example to show why she is where she is. You went through all this, did all these things to end up on a podcast. No shade, because, child, I'll do it. But I'm just saying, you don't even have sense when it comes to common sense on how to teach kids. But you got all this to talk about a man who has 3 kids, 3 sons, and you still want to talk about him. And I don't understand why she brought up the fact that he's rich. That ain't got shit to do with shit. You still got to teach him, because it ain't like they can't go out here and make some dumbass mistakes if not being taught, had not been taught the difference between right and wrong, how to treat people like you want to be treated, how to treat women, how to treat your mom, how to be a man. Is she mad? Fuck that bitch. Okay, let me calm down. Shout out to Death Note. I was hoping for a rant, so my stocks. Death note. I appreciate you, hun. Y'all crazy. Shout out to the chat. Best chat on YouTube. Shout out to Uncle Rick in the building. He said she gave her entire life away because she thought she would always be cute. That's the case for so fucking many, in my opinion, allegedly. And she ain't ugly. Let's not get it twisted. She ain't ugly. But basically, she admitted in her own, that bullshit we watched, that she a cat lady. That's what the title was, if I'm not mistaken. She a fucking cat lady. So, cat lady, please shut the fuck up on shit that you know absolutely nothing about. Let me have this fucking conversation about kids. Because I tell you what I don't know, y'all. And I tell you what I do know. Fucking kids, okay? Pains in the ass, Peters at all times, no matter what the age is. But if you ain't gonna raise them crumb snatchers and you ain't gonna teach them, don't get mad with the results that they end up getting later in life. And if you got kids and you listen to fucking Melissa Ford about kids and how to raise kids and when you should teach kids and what kids should do and how it should be, fuck that bitch. You crazy. Shout out to the original man. I appreciate you, honey. He said Wall is undefeated. Lord, Lord, Lord. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, child. Can you imagine if he was here to be a part of this conversation?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Shout out to you, honey. I appreciate you. Shout out to Live from New York with another 5. Thank you, honey. He said, notice the bear didn't lock down not one. Notice the bear didn't lock down not one of these crazy women. I still think that that's just a dumb analogy. Like, anyway, child, shout out to y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Matter what you say, because your experience come from the trauma that you've experienced and not necessarily in the type of actions that it would take to make a stronger generation of men. But it's clear to me, and I've had these particular talking points before, is that, listen, women who lead this conversation with the man versus bear, who lead these kind of conversations on what a real man is or how a real man should conduct themselves, and they do it from a place of trauma, which he obviously has demonstrated within this. Right. No wonder why they end up being lifelong single, because no matter what it is, they look at the context of what's happening in front of them with a man, with someone that they're dating, with their trauma, within a negative context. Shout out again to Anthony Mackie, and I can tell that his comments going viral to the degree of what they did continues to demonstrate how messed up this community actually is. Because the things that he said that he's doing and teaching the young boys absolutely is going to create fantastic men. Those are the type of men that grow up respecting women that respect themselves, raising the exact same type of man that a woman would rely on, that a community would rely on, that children would rely on. All right, guys, that's the remainder of my comments for...
Because I think they want to keep it that way. Shout out to MTR. Shout out to him for all of that. I appreciate him in that whole video, which I was not even aware of. But again, at least he's got some damn sense when it comes to this fucking conversation. I just don't understand how bitches can get triggered about a whole man, a whole black man talking about raising his sons. Because if you have children, which maybe that's her problem, then that's the man that you, or that's the type of men that I would hope that you would want for your damn children. That's who I would want for my children. That they're taking care of my kids and my grandkids and making sure that they're safe. Like, how could you be mad at that? Because you just want to be mad. Because that's your life, is to be a mad bitch. Is to be negative all the time. You can't get outside of your fucking self to have a normal conversation with anyone. You can't even see that there are normal men. That's a you problem. She is late for fucking therapy. She is overdue and late for therapy. And maybe, Melissa, if you see this, if you had gotten it way back when, maybe you wouldn't be the fucking cat lady that you called your damn self. But I completely see why you are. I completely see why you are. None of that had anything to do with anything except for your fucking trauma. And then you're going to sit up here and basically in a room full of men with your fucking boss being there, which I guess that's a part of what she needs to be doing as the co-host or whatever. But it's interesting how you ain't got no problem with the same people that you got a problem with when they paying your ass or when you getting something from them. You can look past all that in those cases and be like, oh, it's okay. You don't know. Got it. Anyway, shout out to Uncle Rick. I appreciate you. He said she not cute like that come on now, she not ugly. She not cute like that anymore. Her makeup game is on hosted. Oh Lord, hosted. Wait. Hostess powdered donuts peeve. Good morning, Pumpkin. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. Come on now. I'm not going to call this woman ugly by any means of being ugly. You know, to each his own, to each his own. But even though she is a beautiful woman, in my opinion, right? Her attitude is everything. And in my opinion, I don't date them. Okay. I don't know. But in my opinion, if you're a nasty bitch, you're a nasty bitch. It don't even matter what you look like, because your nastiness is going to come out and it's going to fucking show. And then that's that. That's that. Because if you're nasty, you're nasty. Would you want that woman to be raising your kids? Like, for those that are trying to get married and you want to have kids, you would want her to raise your kids? You think she's going to try to listen to anybody or anything? She ain't even trying to listen to these dudes. You can't even have a discussion with her. That just showed and proved that you can't even have a discussion with her. So imagine if you got real issues, right? And you got to try to come to an understanding and fix something. How's that going to work? Seriously, like, how is that going to work? Child. It's going to be just like that all damn time, because she always going to be right. Then she's going to bring up ABs, what happened over there in France, and the man that happened at 8 years old. And again, she still did not say whether she told her mom and dad what happened. She can run off at the mouth about every daggone thing else, right? So she ain't say nothing about that. Child, if she don't go to hell. Shout out to the original man. I appreciate you, hon. He said, infertile, barren woman, post-wall, joins the ranks. Oh, Lord. Joins the rank with Viv. Oh, Viv over here taking strays. Y'all ain't shit. Shout out to you, hon. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Ain't no way at this point I'm about to go over Dr. Umar, so I got to save that for tomorrow, y'all. I'm sorry. I did not realize, okay? Again, shout out to MTR, shout out to all of y'all. It's 2 hours. That's about my time that I got today anyway. So we'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. EST to do the Dr. Umar thing tomorrow. All right. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for sticking through all that. All right. Shout out to everybody that donated today. I see you. I appreciate you. Yes, please hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Shout out to channel members, and also shout out to the mods. I see y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you do. Shout out to y'all. I see you all in the next one. Ooh.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Carry on. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. 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 Hold up. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 H-Town. I'm Marquise.